Alright, shalom, shalom once again. Shalom to you, Lord, like this. Part 2 to the first lesson I did, because right now Satan just trying so hard to not let me finish this lesson. I done hit 17 minutes. So I say, you know what, let me just continue on, do part 2. Because we didn't, the lesson did cut through, it did say I have no storage, so I done delete some videos and things so I could get some storage. I know that I see them because when I checked, the storage wasn't even full, right? So I know that I just Satan. But guess what? We had to do part 2 again once again. So it's just part 2 to the first lesson I did. And I was now every time I now look to any lesson, read one more, two more scriptures. It's just not happening. And I know that I just Satan, but I can't complain. Right? That's how it does go. Right? I can't even complain about that. Right? So I now done read Revelation 13:10. I was gonna go to Jeremiah now. Right? And still my lessons will be posting like this part 1, part 2, but that's just how it is right now because Satan is troubling me a lot. And we had to do the work. That's just a short summary of it. I had to do the work, so still had to post it. Right? Jeremiah 30 and verse 16, it says, "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they that prey upon thee will I give for a prey." Right? And they spoil us. Many times they came, with their big armies, conquered Jerusalem, and spoiled us, and killed many of the Lord's people, and have us in captivity. Many times they did this, right? And guess what? We're gonna get to do them back that. We're gonna get to spoil them back, right? And just how they devour us, we're gonna devour them and have them in captivity. Hardcore bondage, hardcore slavery for 1,000 years, right? For 1,000 years. And that's gonna be that's gonna be very long. Right? They're gonna want 1,000 years to hurry up and flicking done quick so that they could just be destroyed and done because that's gonna be so long. Remember the scripture say a day to the Lord is 1,000. Right? One day to the Lord is 1,000. Right? So imagine 1,000 years in captivity for them. Right? They ain't gonna be able to manage, but guess what? They're gonna have to go through that. I know that choice. Right? It's not like they have a choice in the first place. Right? They're gonna go through it because I have no other choice but to go through that slavery, which you're gonna go through captivity. But I want on verse 15. It says, "For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen, as thou hast done it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. So as thou hast done unto us, it shall be done unto thee." The same way I'll do it unto we gonna do it back to earlier. Right? Thy reward is gonna return upon your own head. Right? And after that whole 1,000 year period where they serve the 1,000 year, they fulfill the quota or the quote, right? After that whole 1,000 years, they're gonna be wiped out, completely destroyed. Because that was the scripture I say in 18, "And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim shall have spoken it." So after that 1,000 year period, no more remaining of the house of Esau, Edom. They are gonna be destroyed completely. When it be destroyed, it's gonna be like they never even existed. Right? So it's real hard captivity for them, hardcore captivity for them, and I have to go through it because they touch the apple of the Lord's eye, they touch the Lord's people, and once you do that, you messed up. Right? There's no you messed up. Right? That is apple of his eye. Let's see if I could get that real quick. I think it's either Zachariah. Bear me. Right. Um. Zechariah 2 and verse 8. That's it. Look at the time 144. So it says Zechariah 2 and verse 8. It says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahshua of hosts, after the glory had he sent unto For thus saith the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahshua of hosts, after the glory hath he sent unto me unto the nations, which spoiled you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye." Right? So once them nations and them touched us, they came and touched us, conquered us, had us in captivity and killed us. So guess what? They touched the apple of the Lord's eye. So the Lord is gonna really pour out on them judgment because they touch his people. And the Lord doesn't forget. The Lord don't sleep. That is a sin in the world as well too. Right? Oh, well, with them, I think them Rastafarians and them don't say Jah don't sleep. But we know our power, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, he don't sleep. Right? The Lord don't forget. Right? And he's gonna come and reward them as well too. With serious judgment. Isaiah 63 and 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with thy garments from Bozrah? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. So where he's going, when the Lord come, who is this that coming from Edom? He's going straight to Edom, straight to Bozrah. And it's a great slaughter is going to go down in that land. Now he says, "For the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come." Because they touch the Lord's people, so he's going to really pour out on them judgment. And we just waiting for it. Right? So we know we're going to have slaves in the kingdom. Right? And they're going to have to come to us as well to learn. As the scripture says in Isaiah 2 and verse 3. It says, "And many people shall go and say, Come and let us go down to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of Yahweh. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem." So they're going to have to come to us to learn of our ways, to learn of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua. So they're going to be under us. We're going to have rulership over them. They're going to have to learn. And now we see, and all nations are thrown to it. That is in the kingdom after they done get destroyed. And when they're in captivity in the kingdom, they're going to flow onto it. I shall start from verse 2. Right, but still okay. But they're going to flow onto it. And we're going to have them slaves in the kingdom. Right? So this was just the part 2 to the part 1 lesson I just did. So with that, I'd like to close off by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Pray this lesson was edifying to Lord Zilek. Until next time, I say Shalom to Lord Zilek and Shalom Labakariam. Death is wicked place. Shalom. Shalom to the elect. Stay strong, brothers. Shalom.